Hello guys,
Yeah.
my name is Tumben Victor and I'm welcoming you to the first episode of Voice of the Youth, and we have our first guest with us here. Good day sir, can I meet you?
Yeah, I go by the name of Daniel Himid. I'm a computer scientist and more importantly a concerned Nigerian youth.
Wow, that's
Yeah.
um youth have been talking about, I said youth because youth have been so have been wanting to see this 2020. I've been singing, everybody is talking about Vision 2020.
Yeah.
So I want to ask you, what are your challenges in 2020 as a youth?
Alright. First things first, I would like to thank God for life because 2020 I don't think like anybody would have thought about how the year turned out from the beginning of the year. COVID actually started last year, but we didn't hear of it till like probably February or like March, and I think that was like our first like lockdown. Everybody was indoors, so like you had to like watch Netflix or like look for something lucrative to do.
Buy popcorn.
Yeah,
Don't be
like
watching
no, you couldn't go to the cinema, so definitely it's going to be like a homemade cinema, like
Yeah.
or wherever the case may be.
Play your games.
Yeah, like beat your friends on FIFA.
Yeah, always on social media.
As the case may be, like always updating your phone,
Yeah.
running out of data, and complaining about your favorites. I think like nobody actually planned for like the amount of data we'll be using for like Netflix
Yeah.
and the likes, man. Everybody had to go into the reserve, like if you were not, because like the lockdown caught us unawares. We were not really sure when it was going to end. I think it was first for 1 month.
Yes.
Then the president came and addressed us and said another month. So from there we knew that okay, we're in it for the long run because like
So it's going on and on.
you get me. And we had news that like that the vaccine was going to be ready like in 2021 or like after 6 months. So we just knew like okay, is it that you get to do something creative or you just stay at home and get fat? Yeah, so not to shame anybody, everybody has his own bias. So that, but pretty much like me, I had to like look inwards and like be reflective about my whole life, and I started like taking online courses related to my field and started watching like more tutorial videos so that like at the end of the lockdown, after like I had like probably like 4 to 6 months on like to myself, I'm coming back a better person.
Wow.
Yeah, like an improved version of myself, not necessarily just home eating and just drinking. Yeah, so like the challenges now will be like not just being prepared because nobody knew. Yeah, and maybe I'm not going to say that's a personal problem, but data for other people because some of my friends were not necessarily online at the time.
I just remember something.
Yeah.
My brother is diabetic.
Really?
And he do come for his checkup every end of the month.
Oh, okay.
I had to travel all the way to Jos for his checkup. So because of this lockdown,
You couldn't keep up.
yeah, I couldn't keep up, and he need to come for his checkup. But there was no means of transportation to Jos, and that was how I was called on a Friday that my brother is sick. I was like, okay, fine, I will find something and send to you guys so that you will come. And I'll send it on Saturday. So they plan to come on Sunday or Monday. And on Sunday evening, he wasn't able to come, and he can't go out. He wasn't getting enough food to eat at home. And you know, diabetic people, they have their particular
Diet,
food,
yeah.
that they eat. So because of that, he has been down at home. There was no means of transportation for him to come and check up himself. Then after the lockdown, like before we realized, oh my god, he was so ill. He was ill. And when we brought him to the hospital, they gave him some drugs and he went back home. Boom. They just called me on phone. Hello, how far? Fine. Your brother just... Can you imagine? I was like, it's really hot. It's really hot. But
all glory be to God.
Yeah. Alright guys, hope you are really enjoying. We'd like to take a break. I'll be right back. Keep watching.
Oh my God! It's every turn on it. See, say you go die as them they die. If you no cover your nose, you better know who you touch. You better know who you kiss. As you come this life alone, so you go live this life alone. You better know who you touch. You better know who you kiss. Ọ̀rẹ́ wo lówó ní corona. Mo dúpẹ́ ló pè ní corona. You can give and take away. After 14 days you go know your case. Mama say make I no come out, make I no catch the corona. Coronavirus. Wetin we do? Coronavirus. Wetin we do? Oh my God. I never blow to the car and I never buy best. I never chop belly food. Me, I know what die yet. Coronavirus no go see me. To kill me or Benny Jabala or free me. You feel me? COVID-19, no, therefore I'm good 90. Cause I really want the ball. I'm married at that. She's real fine. She's born in the early 90s. I want to sanitize her. I know be dark aunties. Ọ̀rẹ́ wo lówó ní corona. Mo dúpẹ́ lówó.
Bust some moves. Wait, hope this dance is strictly for her, I beg. Because I beg. If I go disgrace myself on here.
Welcome back guys.
Yeah.
Thanks for staying tuned. And if you are really if you are just joining us, you've missed a lot. And I want you to stay tuned and watch.
Yeah.
Thank you. So back to our guest.
Yeah.
After the lockdown, we thought COVID was over. Like we are going to be free.
Yeah.
Go to wherever we want to go to. Our movement. We won't have to mind anything. Palliative issues came up.
Kai. Because that was the lowest point, I think, in our history. Because I never expected such a thing. Because, speaking of the beginning of lockdown, we thought it was going to be maybe 1 month. So people bought stuff for 1 month.
Yeah.
And when it was the 3rd week, people were now noticing that my own ration when I used to go to work and had other things to do within the day is not like my regular ration when I'm at home all day. So food was getting finished faster and everybody was eating more.
Yeah, we eat more.
Plugged in, and if you don't have light, sorry. If you don't have what to do, sorry. So it just took people unawares. That's just basically, it had the element of surprise. And then going into the 2nd month, okay, people were now saying, okay, man, I think we are in this for the long run. You need to get your try and buy half bag of rice. So even when your guys come visit you, at least they go chop something. I swear, Indomie. So speaking into people were even we didn't even know there were palliatives, and up until 2 months ago, people were not really looking forward to palliatives because we know how everything is a joke around here. So
serious.
When we now finally heard of palliatives, we were like, really? There were palliatives, and okay, where are they? When are we getting our palliatives? We didn't know that maybe it was for people's birthdays or maybe on special occasions that the palliatives will be distributed to us. Yeah, so if you for those people that were hoping on the palliatives, man, they never actually got them. So you see, you have to look for an alternative route to find your daily bread.
Yes.
You get what I'm trying to say. But speaking on the palliatives, man, the people that actually got the palliatives were lucky, man, because I don't really say it's stealing, because I'm always like yours. I don't know why you be holding Indomie.
I think smart.
Yeah, like that was like the lowest point. Like why? Like I know the people that kept it, they don't actually need it. So like
they don't need it.
So
They're
like,
not going to use it.
So like at least just give like people that need like the Indomie.
And people
like,
were dying.
Do you get
no
people?
Food to eat.
People were dying and the crime rate was increasing. So I don't really get like the idea of going to a remote place and building up barns and hiding food when you can easily just ease the stress of everybody that was at home.
Seriously, that
like,
was nice.
So I didn't really. I up till tomorrow. I don't still know why. I think after like the first month, like the second month, the third month, people were running out of food. Then come think of it, I even like when we even got to find out about the palliatives, man, it was like almost over. Like people were going around like their normal activities. And me, I was in Lagos at the time. I was just wondering, like, where is the nearest warehouse to me now? Like,
like you need to be
which
there.
shade oil no dey my own head ni? Why I know they find warehouse? Like, some people were like, the things that people were cutting away with, man, they were like a lot. So I was like, why wasn't it distributed in the first place? Do you get?
I thought when Lagos discovered their warehouse, they were in lockdown.
Nah, I think it was like after. I think it was like October, late October, and I think Lagos. You know, Lagos is like the commercial capital now. So anything that happens in Lagos spreads throughout the other parts of the country.
Yeah, that's
so. Like when people in Lagos like discovered their own warehouse, people like in Oyo were like, it's around us. You guys need to open your eyes.
Shine your eyes.
So people were now saying, oh, I can remember seeing that truck pass. Where was that truck going to? I'm sure like that's how like they discovered like their own warehouse. So as in it was up to now I've not still gotten any Indomie from like the palliatives. So I don't know, maybe there's still more. I'm still looking forward to getting my own share of the national cake.
Yeah, actually, come to talk of that. My friend actually called me from Lagos to tell me that your palliative warehouse in Jos is in Buku.
How did she get to? She has her sources.
Yeah.
Like me, that was in Lagos. I actually didn't still, up till date, I don't still know the location of like the warehouse. I just knew that people, even though because I was on Twitter, I literally didn't know they were palliatives.
I was really wondering, I'm in Jos, and somebody from Lagos updating me about warehouse.
See, it's every done, honey. When the cool, no be all the cool, everything sounds more like a molecule. I'm so little cool, I be kidding cool, they can see me now, I'm invisible. The buffalo in my flows impossible. I'm a conscious, I'm unbelievable. Mama tell me, boy, make it for yourself, so I just try to be myself like, wow. I just try to make my money on the low. Babylon, they see me when the phone, but say they no. Pour me only water, cause I gotta blow. Me, I gotta blow. Me, I gotta blow. I know be gold digger, me, I know be gold digger. I know be gold digger, me, I know be gold digger. I know be gold digger, me, I know be gold digger. No look down on me, I know be gold digger.
I know be gold digger, them mad na bam nigga. Like any haka na chima can you shot nigga. I got the sauce, nigga, me I got the choice. Choose whether you go fit it and the boys. Imana chujin du kan jeje. Imana chujin du kan jaga. Ande mi chale pita kan baba. Ande mi chale pita kan jebe. Sini bukat kisi, ikane me kuye kisi. One net up ni bula John the Baptist. Anama sukangilibo. I'm trying to tell my chiquito. One ni fum no goda puta no goda. Muna my guys a puta no goda. Feja pam flex makanandi flexible. Okunkuru no I see not the very sensible. Tell me what you want, Bobby. I am very capable. Chadi wama one nemo I am the unshakable. What's gonna bula monibo? What's gonna we hemolibo? I want our guys na bemsi sonya wala balmasa. I jurum guys na bemsi gini keja balmasa. Come along defenders on the I can does an asa. My guys si putaranobe, my men si no sukanoge. One ni me benjo, chata na Jesus sukaranobe. All my guys na last giddy, Mandina na coast city. From Cap City to Just City na Abukwanu Megweji. Balina Nelo. Dirty. All my guys are chilling on the low. Good, one neptilo. I believe you that. Now I done they make the money. Imi chagala wanya saba want to come the jolly. I get ding ba, I get ding ba, I get ding.
Alright, back on the palliative.
Okay.
I'm trying to say this, but like I need to say it out. When
take
I
your time.
had that, there was a warehouse in Bukuru. I actually went with some of my friends. I couldn't get anything. Sharp before I was going, my dad told me, "Don't go and come with injuries." I was like, "Nah, don't worry. It's not to just go and pick and come back." Man, when I went and saw people, I couldn't even go close. Like I just stood, I was looking. Like, does these people really live in Jos? Are you serious? There's this kind of crowd in Jos.
The number, yeah.
I had to go back home. So later, I now saw some guys that they were coming to park by Palliative. I was like, really? Can I follow you guys? And then we went. They actually brought something sharp.
So you benefited from the palliatives.
I benefited.
You must be lucky because I didn't get anything, and I'm Nigerian still.
When we came back, we now had that there was poison in it. And I was like, really? And my mom has already washed everything, dried it off, and they were warning people not to eat. Man, we ate our own. The day we ate it, I was like, announcement. We have eaten palliative that is poison inside. In case we do wake up tomorrow, just know that I am my family.
One mind. One mind. You went all in, man. And another challenge that I faced was wearing my marks because we had never, like, I'm not Batman, please. Like,
wearing that mask is
yeah, wearing marks. Like, my ears were almost falling off, man. Like, I was like everywhere, and most times I used to forget my marks at home, and I'm going to a mall or like a supermarket, and they'd be like, "Where's your marks?"
No marks. No
and then people with all the retailers that were selling the marks, they made a lot of money on my head because I literally never remember my marks. So that was it.
Alright, guys. Thank you so much for staying tuned on Voice of the Youth. Thank you so much, sir, for coming.
No problem. It was my pleasure. Really had fun.
We hope to see you again.
Alright. No problem.
And I hope you won't reject our invitation.
No, just call me anytime. Anytime. I'm going to be here.
Alright, guys. We want to go, but we have to go.
Yeah.
I have come to the end of this show. Thank you for staying tuned. Thank you so much. And I still remain your host, Ben Victor.